It begins with a strange feeling in the air, the kind you notice before you see anything wrong. The calendar says June, but your breath turns white when you exhale. Imagine stepping outside, expecting warmth, and feeling winter bite your skin instead. Here's the hook. This really happened, and it changed the world. In 1816, summer vanished. No warning, no explanation, just cold. People in New England woke up to frost on the ground in June. Farmers rubbed their eyes, thinking they were dreaming, but the cold didn't leave. It stayed, day after day, night after night, and nobody understood why. Picture this. Cornfields meant to be tall and green are blackened overnight. Leaves crunch under your feet like it's October. Sheep huddle together, shivering. Chickens stop laying eggs. This was not normal weather. This was fear. Here's another hook. Some people thought God was angry. Others thought the sun itself was dying. Snow fell in July. Yes, July. In places like Vermont and New York, snowflakes drifted down on farms. Thin at first, then heavy enough to stick. Children reached out to catch it, confused. Parents felt something colder than the air settled in their chests. Because snow in summer means one thing: no food. By August, crops had failed across the northeastern United States. Corn, wheat, barley, all gone. Grain prices tripled. Families sold furniture just to eat. And here's the part most people don't realize. This wasn't just America. Across the Atlantic, Europe was suffering too. Cold rains flooded fields. Rivers spilled over their banks. In Ireland and parts of England, potatoes rotted in the ground. People went hungry, then desperate. Here's the hook again. This wasn't caused by war. It wasn't caused by politics. It came from the earth itself. A year earlier, in 1815, a volcano exploded on the other side of the world, Mount Tambora, in what is now Indonesia. It was one of the most powerful volcanic eruptions in recorded history. The sound was heard more than 1,000 miles away. Ash shot into the sky, so high it circled the planet. The sun dimmed. Temperatures dropped. The world cooled. But no one in 1816 knew that. All they knew was that the sky looked strange. Sunsets glowed red and purple, beautiful but unsettling. Days felt gray and weak, like the sun was tired. And people were starving. In New England, farmers abandoned their land. They packed what little they had and walked west, hoping to find warmer soil. Some never made it. Others survived but lost everything. Here's another hook. This disaster helped shape America as we know it today. That mass migration pushed families toward the Midwest. New towns formed. New states grew. Hardship literally reshaped the map. But back then, it felt like the end. In Europe, things grew darker. Bread riots broke out. Hungry crowds stormed markets. Governments struggled to keep order. Disease followed famine, as it often does. In some places, people ate grass. In others, they boiled leather. And here's something haunting. This cold, dark summer inspired art that still lives today. On the shores of Lake Geneva, trapped indoors by constant rain and cold, a group of writers challenged each other to write ghost stories. One of them was a young woman named Mary Shelley. That summer, she imagined a monster, and Frankenstein was born. Strange how suffering echoes into culture, isn't it? Here's the hook again. Even creativity couldn't escape the cold. Back in America, the weather refused to behave. One week would tease warmth. The next would crush hope with frost. Farmers replanted crops again and again, only to watch them die. Children cried from hunger. Parents skipped meals. Churches filled with prayers. People asked the same question over and over. Why? The answer wouldn't come for decades. Today, scientists know that Tambora's ash blocks sunlight, cooling the planet, a thin veil around the earth, enough to tip seasons into chaos. But in 1816, all people felt was helplessness, and yet they endured. That's the quiet part of the story, the survival. Communities shared what little they had. Neighbors took in children whose parents had died. Some farmers switched crops. Others learned to hunt again. Human beings adapt, even when the world turns against them. By 1817, the cold slowly eased. Crops returned. Hunger loosened its grip, but scars remained. Graves, empty homes, memories that never quite faded. The year without a summer passed, but it was never forgotten. And maybe that's why it still matters, because it reminds us how fragile life can be, how a single event far away can ripple across a globe, and how people, ordinary people, survive things they never thought they could. If this story made you pause, even for a moment, let me know. Drop a comment and tell me what shocked you the most. If you enjoyed this journey through history, hit the like button. It helps more people find these stories. And if you want more true events that shaped our world in ways we rarely talk about, subscribe. There are so many stories still waiting to be told.